In August of last year, I decided to become a streamer.
Was that you, XQC? I need you to drop the Panther head so we get the Panther buff. Check your inventory.
Yeah, what the f are you talking about?
The Panther head.
I love it. What do you
Try reloading, X. Try reloading, dude.
I got banned, aka temporarily suspended from playing World of Warcraft. It is going to be a group death roll. I will call your name when it's your turn to roll. You need to do the death roll, okay? I have. Heal me.
Get Sardako up,
Potion. Good lay.
Get Dako up.
I'm dead. I can't. Blowback. You are our first competitor of the day. Step up to the jump of death.
Watch out, Xiao Shin! It didn't stick.
I think that's good then.
With a score of 7.6. Sardako, congratulations. You are safe.
Can you see me?
What? Oh my god!
What?
Do we get out?
Listen to me. C-Dank Fap, heal C-Dank. C-Dank, you're gonna move towards me. I'm the star. Shinya, swap to defensive stance and start building threat. C-Dank, move to me. Nobody do damage. Okay,
I'm stunned.
Everybody Petri. Everybody Petri out. Everybody Petri out. We're calling this. We're calling. Everyone drop group him, just Petri out, guys. Sorry. Go ahead and pre-shield C-Dank so he doesn't get one shot when he runs in first. That's a priest ability. Here we go.
What?
He just got blasted. I have no fucking clue.
Someone get the
boss. I'm on the boss. Get back into your stacks.
Yeah.
Clear comms and listen to me. Kill the snakes. Get back into your stacks. Do not
bring
move.
him to the bonfire.
Bring him to the bonfire. Bring him to the bonfire and nobody get near the boss. Stay in your stack. Heal the tank. And let us remember, guys, that no one person in this room is more important than the mission. And that mission is to defeat Ragnaros.
Damn right. Woo!
Lay on hands!
Let's go!
And he's dead.
Good job, everybody.
I couldn't really think of a better life than waking up every day and getting to stream video games for an audience. If that's you, I mean, hopefully this video is helpful. I think a good place to start is viewers.
Okay, let's take a look at my first day of streaming, how many viewers that I had, and how long it took me before I started having a decent amount of people watching me. My first day of streaming was Tuesday, August 29th. I had 0.7 viewers, 0.5, 0.1 on some days, and I mean, so 0 viewers some days. You know what I mean? Just most of the these days for the first 2 weeks or so, I had 1 or less than 1 viewer. And so it's not going to be easy. And then eventually I'll have like 1 or 2 people that'll come in the chat. And then some days, you get a raid from somebody, that has a few more viewers than you. And then some days you get people that will click on your stream from a YouTube video. And it's really about engaging with, the first couple of people that come in your chat and, just kind of really just see if you can maintain 1 or 2 viewers at a time until it starts to take off. About 2 weeks in, I got a raid from somebody like Bobka, I believe. And that's why I had such a high average viewer count on this day. It's really being able to like retain the viewers whenever you do receive a raid. So it's important that you continue talking and try to have topics that engage people before they click away. And so I was able to snowball, 1 raid from somebody. And then from there, I never went back to being a 1 viewer stream since then. And then I ended up getting another big raid from somebody like Bean or something like that. And I was able to, from just 2 raids, I was able to go from a less than 1 viewer average to around 30 or 40 viewers. And I've never dipped below this, 36, 40 viewer average since I got these 2 raids. And so putting yourself into a position where you can receive a raid from somebody is one of the smartest things you can do as a streamer, and you can really snowball these raids into like regular viewers that come back and watch your stream if you're able to really maintain the audience whenever you receive it. So that's the best advice I can have for people that are trying to get more viewers is when you do receive a raid, you need to really take advantage of that kind of thing to engage with that audience. And as you can see, I went from an average of, 1 viewer my first month, 45 my next, and then 200 after that. I believe this was like a raid from Soda Poppin' that I got sometime in November. He probably rated me with like 10,000 viewers or something. And then over here was a raid from Misgift that I got. So I was averaging 800 viewers on some of these streams. And then just getting consistently getting rated by, bigger people is what really was able to snowball me to this 400, 500 viewer average by my 4th month of streaming. So, and as you can see, the higher your viewers go, the more subs you get, the more money that you can make from streaming. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and get into how much money that I've made from my first year of streaming.
There's no real way to know how much money you can make in the first year of streaming on Twitch. So definitely don't go quitting your job or anything like that.
Taking a look at the revenue, first month, I obviously didn't make any money. Streamed over 200 hours, made $5 because, obviously didn't have anybody watching and couldn't make ad revenue or anything like that. I wasn't Twitch partner yet. I did get affiliate though. I am an affiliate, so I could get subs, but obviously no one's watching me, so I didn't have any subs, so I didn't really make anything. Second month, I made, I streamed 325 hours, which is a lot of hours to stream. But I made a little bit of money. I ended up getting 137 subs my second month, which is a ton of subs actually for my second month. So I think I was getting very generous donations from several people who in the chat who decided to support me and gift a few subs, and that's kind of what really encouraged me to kind of keep going, is when I started getting subscriptions and stuff like that from people. And then the next month I ended up getting 500 subs, which was incredible. That gave me over $2,000. At that point I was like, wow, maybe from streaming I could make this into a career. And of course this is when OnlyFans was like rising, and I just kept getting raids from bigger people, and then more people came in and started to support me because they liked my raid leading and they liked the content I was doing. And this is when I made my most amount of money ever, was in the peak of OnlyFans, right when we were getting ready for raids. I ended up getting 7,000 followers in 1 month from like Soda Pop and Misgift raiding me and hosting these hardcore GDKPs, playing with XQC and having some very generous people that, were gifting hundreds of subs and, the average viewers and everything. Like, this was just the peak of streaming for me. And I don't expect anybody that just recently started streaming to have any kind of crazy month like this, but I made almost $7,000 in a month, which is like to make a real amount of money from doing what you love is just crazy. This is what made me think that, maybe one day I could actually quit my job and make a life off of streaming. Of course, it goes down after this, like by drastically it goes down because those are inflated numbers. This is when OnlyFans decides to basically call it quits. My subs get cut in half. Season of Discovery comes out, and you can see that my subs will just continue to go down and down. And as Season of Discovery gets worse, I think I did have one good month in March. I'm not really sure why my subs went back up in March, to be honest. I think maybe as I just had another generous gifter gifting some subs this month, kind of carrying, and then you'll see that my subs kind of start to stabilize, and now I think I'm around the 250, 300 range on an average month. And this is more so like once it starts to stabilize and you start to create consistent content, you start to know what your average viewer count it looks like, what your average subs look like, during non-peak like crazy content months. And if you're going to be a one game streamer like myself, this is more so what I would expect to make every month, which if you calculate everything from my first year, I made about $25,000 in my first year of streaming, which I streamed nearly 3,000 hours in my first year, which equates to about $8.50 an hour. If you round up, maybe $9 an hour is what I made from streaming in my first year. I think that this is incredibly good. I think that if you're even able to make minimum wage in your first year of streaming, that you're doing incredibly well. Most people take a few years to take off as a streamer. So to even make anywhere near minimum wage is really good as a content creator. Now you also have to factor in I'm making a little bit of money off YouTube. I think I do make more money off of Twitch because my YouTube, I have about 21,000 followers from my first year of streaming on Twitch, and on YouTube I'm at like 10.5K right now. So I'm about half of that on YouTube. So if you, and then, you know, live viewers is different because you're making ad revenue, and I think you make more money from live viewers than you do off of YouTube viewers, of course. So I would say that my YouTube earnings is separate from streaming. So just from streaming, I earned about $9 an hour. This is nowhere near enough to live off of, obviously, in your first year. And I had a monster first year. The first year is probably the hardest, right? Because you're taking off from nothing. You don't have any followers. And I got a lot of luck sprinkled in there too. So unless you're getting massive raids from like really big streamers, you know, I wouldn't expect for you to be able to make something like this unless you get some really generous people in your chat, like what I had, who were able to donate, you know, hundreds, or some people even get thousands of subs from just one person. So having those type of followers are the people that can really support your career, and those are the ones that you want to be, you know, very loyal to and cater to and stuff like that if you're going to be a streamer full time.
Another big thing to talk about is routine. You know, I chose to stream 8 hours a day, which that might be a lot for some people. 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. When 8 hours of your day, almost every day, is taken up, and you know, you don't make enough money. I don't make enough money from streaming, so I still have to work my other job. You know, I have to wake up, edit videos for my other job, and then, you know, go to the gym, come back home, see if there's enough time for me to make a YouTube video. And then sometimes I get it done, sometimes I don't. And then I have to just go live, whether I'm halfway done with the video or not done. And every single day, you know, that's my routine. So I first started streaming on Twitch in August of 2023. And I had been playing World of Hardcore WoW for about a month on the Fresh server without streaming. And I had planned on making some YouTube videos based around this content, and I ended up making a couple videos, and both of them kind of went viral for me. I mean, on a channel with less than a few hundred followers, I had gotten almost 200,000 views on a couple of videos that I made. And so having a couple videos that go viral, or just being consistent with YouTube content, can bring a very small number of people into your stream. And that can snowball into something more. So from creating content on YouTube, I was able to get anywhere from, you know, 20 to 40 viewers or so. And then another massive opportunity came across my table, which at the time I didn't know how big of an opportunity this would be. But there was a retail streamer named Growl, and he was one of the first people to join OnlyFans, an idea that Soda Poppin had come up with, which was a streamer World of Warcraft guild that would be used for content, and the primary focus of it would be for Soda Poppin to basically yell at people for being idiots in the game. So he didn't want to have too many World of Warcraft sweats in the guild, is what they're calling, being like World of Warcraft main players. But I messaged Growl and I was like, hey, I heard, you know, Soda Poppin is looking for streamers to join the guild. You know, here's my channel. At the time I had maybe like 40 viewers, and Growl asked Soda Poppin and he was like, okay, yeah, bring him in. But this was the only reason I got in, was because I asked like right away, as soon as I found out about it. And being ready to jump on opportunities like this is really what can set your Twitch career in motion. And when I look back, this was the biggest moment in my streaming career, is when I sent a PM to Growl asking him if I could get into OnlyFans. So I got in, and I was watching Soda Poppin stream one day, and he was trying to figure out how to do the jump in Winter Spring to do the Onyxia attunement. I hop in, I'm like, yo, pop in Discord real quick. And so he comes into Discord with me, and I just start teaching him how to do this Onyxia quest line. And I'm like, I have the Uber's key, we can go do this really quick. So I help him get attuned on his druid, and then we have a conversation. He's like, well, I'm like, what's your plan for the raiding for OnlyFans? Like, are you gonna raid lead? And I'm like, well, I have a hardcore GDKP. Do you want to come and get geared up? And I can teach you how to raid lead so that when people in OnlyFans hit 60, you'll know how to raid lead. You'll know how to raid lead for hardcore because it's much different. You have to kind of go min-max everything and pull things a certain way, otherwise, you know, people can die. From that conversation, he ended up coming to the GDKP, and then we became friends, and then he ended up making my GDKP raid the official 20-man raid of OnlyFans, which a couple of weeks after me joining the guild and people started to hit max level, I pretty much became the unofficial raid leader for some of the biggest streamers on Twitch. Before you know it, XQC DM'd me and was like, hey, can I be in your raid? And then Buddha messaged me and he wanted to be in the raid. And you know, these are the guys that run No Pixel on GTA. And it was just honestly crazy how fast everything started happening, and then how big hardcore WoW got and how big OnlyFans got. And if I play it all back in reverse, it all started with me just, you know, messaging Growl when I had, you know, 40 viewers, hey, can I be in OnlyFans? And it's kind of crazy how just like one small DM can, like, you know, change your life. So the OnlyFans thing was like peak WoW content for me. It lasted about 3 months, and then we did Molten Core, and then Season of Discovery came out. And it kind of just killed everything. Like, all the WoW community had been looking forward to a Classic Plus for so long that the hype was just too big, and it kind of overrode all the momentum that hardcore really still had going for it. And so in a way, it was kind of the end of hardcore and the end of OnlyFans. You know, slowly but surely, Season of Discovery, you know, it started dying, and over time, you know, the WoW numbers started dropping, and you know, my subs went from 1,600 subs down to like 200 subs. And I kind of had to face reality of, like, there's good times and there's bad times in streaming. It's not necessarily your performance or like what you're doing, but, you know, good content rises to the top. So you have to be prepared in streaming for good months and bad months. And I saw an opportunity for an OTK top streamer competition. And I decided to enter, and I got in. And every single week there was another round, another competition, and I continued to advance and advance through, and I ended up making to the final. And in the final of the live showing in Austin, I ended up winning, and now I've advanced to the final of OTK Top Streamer, which is supposed to be happening sometime in October or November of this year, where I get to compete for $50,000. Putting yourself in position to continuously grow and be in front of a bigger audience and network with bigger people is the most important thing that you can do for yourself as a smaller Twitch streamer. And in the business, they just call it networking. Networking is king. All in all, after my year of streaming, looking back at the good moments, the bad moments, you know, the extremely lucky moments, I'd say that I had a pretty extraordinary first year of streaming. I love my community. I've gotten so many people in my chat that I now like consider friends that I talk to almost every day. And I love being a streamer. I really found something in my life that's worth going for, and it's worth spending the time doing. And I think that in anyone's lifetime, if you're lucky enough to find something that you enjoy doing for nearly 12 hours a day and you don't get tired of it, then you should consider yourself truly blessed, because a lot of people go through their life, you know, doing things that they're just miserable doing. And so a life worth living is a life that you look forward to doing every single day. Anyways, I'm just rambling now. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and check me out on twitch.tv/Shardaco, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions about streaming, about my time streaming, and if you need any advice, I'm always here. And I even answer DMs on Discord, so you can message me however you like, and I'll always get back to you. I'm Shardaco. I'll see you next time.